Did you get a notification that I'm live? Oof. All right, go to my page and see if you see that I'm live. Are you there? Hey, oh, that is you. Okay, because it's showing that one person's here. Can you type something in the chat? How did you find me? Page? Oh, okay. I'm here, okay, great. Oh, all right, sorry, I had some technical difficulties here. I'm now streaming through something else. And let's not pretend I don't know what I look like right now. It's Friday and I had to work, but it was also wash day. And I was supposed to be here at 5:30, so there was no way that I was going to finish. This video will actually be out on Tuesday. But I'm glad I got this working, so that is great. And Miss Weich, is that how you, Weich? Sorry, hope that's how you say it. Thank you for joining. I'm gonna give it another couple of minutes, and then I will, I guess, get started. I mean, I don't really necessarily have like a, okay, good. I'm sorry if I butchered your username. Yeah, I didn't necessarily have like a solid plan for this live, but I figure I have some ADD. I have some Black Friday shopping to do, so I figured I would schedule a time to do it. Otherwise, it's not going to get done. There's not that much stuff that I'm getting because, as you can see, I have a full shelf of products behind me. So as I mentioned in previous videos, I do need to get a shampoo from Soultanicals because I have all of these products but no shampoo, and I need to get a Unicurl. Where's my Unicurl? Unicurl shampoo because I want to add this to my BOB 123 series, and I can't do that without a full wash day, right? So I'm going to get those two things. Hi, Dawn. Thank you for joining. And yeah, so I guess I'll just tell you, I just walked through a couple of them already, but for Black Friday. And also just let me know if you have any questions about any of the products that I have behind me. I don't know if I'm actually going to be purchasing the products while I'm on my live because I don't know how interesting that's going to be for you because you can't even see my screen. But yes, I do need to get a Soultanicals shampoo, a Unicurl shampoo. I've started using the Melanin Hair Care Leave-In as my Prepoo because I'm no longer using the Curl Piece and the African Pride. I don't know if you've seen that video, but because they have pegs in it, polyethylene glycol, it is potentially carcinogenic. Carcinogenic, is that how you say it? So I'm not going to be using it anymore. So I started using $10 today. Oh, $9 yesterday. Maybe I should wait until Cyber Monday. You know, I was wondering if Soultanicals was going to run out of product. I mean, if I don't catch it for Black Friday and they don't restock for Cyber Monday, I'm just going to get it anyway. But I was hoping to catch it. I had like no time earlier today to do any purchases between work and just like life in general. So that's a shame. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to get the Melanin Hair Care. I wanted to get 2 bottles of that because I'm using that as my Prepoo now, along with the Bo Peep Naturals Manifest Growth Oil. I would love to get more Bo Peep products. It is, I think, let me think for a second. I would say Bo Peep is actually my favorite collection right now, but because I'm doing reviews on a weekly basis, as you can see, again, I have a lot of products here. It's not really up to, I don't want to say it's not up to me, but I don't really get to just use products because I really like them. So I'm using the Bo Peep Manifest Oil because I'm using it as part of my Prepoo, but because I can't really test them out again, I'm not going to be re-upping on the rest of the products. But it's a shame because it is such a great collection. I don't know if any of you have tried it yet. Oh, okay, great. Thank you, Natalie. Thank you for letting me know. So first thing on Monday, because I actually am taking the day off on Monday, I'm going to go on Soultanicals. So the ones that I was planning on getting, and let me know if any of you have used these before. I saw that there was actually, let me go to the website right now on my tablet. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just going to Soultanicals. There were 2 things I wanted to get. There's the Master Hair Cleanse, but I don't know if that's just like a shampoo or I think it might be more of a clay. I have to take a look at that again. But I saw that they have some kind of butter shampoo, sorry. Yeah, so they have the Sprout Rice Vitamin Butter Shampoo. I've never used rice water before, so I'm kind of nervous about using products using rice water. Have any of you used rice water before? I'm a little bit scared of it. The Master Cleanse is available. Okay, great. Okay, yes, the Master Cleanse, Hair Cleanse Curl Detox, and also the Sprout Vitamin Butter Shampoo. Have any of you used the butter shampoo? I'm thinking about it, but yeah, as I said, oh, there's a Ayurvedic. I've heard of this one before, the Ayurvedic Butter Shampoo. Have any of you used that before? That one is sold out. Yeah, I don't know if I want to get the rice vitamin thing. I'm actually, I feel like some of the products I have here, maybe it's I feel like Curls and Potions might have rice water in there. Hold on a second. Nope, it wasn't them. I feel like one of my collections has in rice water, but I haven't used it yet, so I don't know what it's like in my hair. Unicurl dropped a new twisting cream. Oh, today? I'm gonna have to go there to get I'm gonna put that on my list. I have to go there and get a shampoo, so I will check that out. And actually, while we're at it, let me actually just take a look because I might not have enough deep conditioner for 3 wash days. I haven't used these in so long. So this is the Unicurl, what is this? Aloe Mint Moisturizing and Silkening Deep Conditioner. I love this stuff. It smells so good. It smells really good. You can't really see there we go. I have more than enough for 3 wash days. All right, and the styler, yep, I'm good on all of that. So the only thing I need is a shampoo. The thing I love about using Unicurl is that it's a 3-product wash day, right? Other than Prepoo, of course. Okay, the Master Cleanse was still available, the rice butter shampoo. So you have, okay, you've used that. Is it strong? Because I feel like rice water is a relatively strong, like, protein treatment, right? I haven't looked into this before, and I might sound really ignorant, but it's confusing to me because I never really thought of rice as having protein in it. So why is it a protein treatment? If any of you know, just let me know, because I feel, slightly ignorant for asking that question. But when I'm looking for protein, I'm not looking for rice. So, let's see. I'm gonna read about this. So, if you love that soft, luxurious product massaging, conditioning, cleansing, slippery habit, detangling with ease, wash day experience, then this is it for you. This is on the Sprout Rice Vitamin Butter Shampoo. I don't know if you can, nope, that's not gonna work. This is a Soultanical Sprout Rice Vitamin Butter Shampoo with fermented rice grains, biotin, and MSM. So just want to take a quick look at the ingredients here. I actually haven't looked at them in a while. Looks good. There's a couple of things here I'm not familiar with. I don't know, but you use the rice butter shampoo and it worked really well for you. Did you find it to be particularly, because they're mentioning here that it's supposed to be really slippery. Did you have that experience? Did you think it was really slippery? I don't really go for cleansing shampoos because I don't really have a hard time cleaning my scalp. So I actually really just like when products make my hair really manageable, and it does that by making it slippery. So I do really like a product with good slip. Rice water has the amino acids. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. I didn't know that. Okay. So they still have the Sprout. I'm actually why not? I'm going to add that to the list. And I do 3 wash day reviews per product. So maybe, you know what? I will get the Sprout, the Master Hair Cleanse. The Ayurvedic Butter Shampoo is actually sold out. So we'll see if they restock that on Monday, I'll purchase it. And then for my 3 wash day reviews, I'll just do a wash day review using each of those products. The last thing they have here is a clay co-wash, the Hair to the Rescue Afrovedic Knot Goo Ambunu Rasul Clay Co-wash. One of my subscribers who has a relatively large channel, I know she's reviewed it as well. I don't remember the name offhand. I'll look. She was raving about Ambunu and said I should try it out. So maybe I'll look at that one as well. I don't really want to buy 4 shampoos though. So we'll see. What do you say? Rice water shampoo. It helps with growth. It smells good. They're like a co-wash. Really? Okay. My shade, my textures. I have never heard of those. Let me write those down as notes. Oh, I know. One of my friends recommended Hitachi. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. To me, but I'm going to write down this my shade, my texture. I've never heard of them before. I know that Soultanicals is a few places at this point, but I have never, I got these from the website. I think it was back in February or so. So I really do need to use those. Okay, so that is my plan for Soultanicals. And again, I'm probably just going to purchase this stuff after the video because it's kind of hard to do that while I'm on. For anyone that was not here in the beginning, I was washing my hair today and I ran out of time. So that is why my hair looks like this. This was my 3rd week using Yamini Essentials. If you have any questions about any of those products, because that review won't be out until next Tuesday, but I ran out of time, so my hair is like this. And also this was gonna probably take an entire day to dry. So I had no choice but to come on here like this. So, you know, you've seen my video, so nothing new, right? So yeah, the other thing I'm gonna get is the Melanin Hair Care Leave-In. Have any of you used the Melanin Hair Care line? What do you think about it? It's actually one of my favorites. I think it was my favorite line before I tried using Bo Peep Naturals. But because I'm using that as a Prepoo, and I've also been using it in Layla's hair. If you don't know who Layla is my daughter. She's 15 months old, and it's been pretty good. So I'm gonna stock up and get 2 bottles of that. Outside of that, I mean, I'm going to get the Melanin Hair Care Leave-In, Unicurl shampoo, and I'm going to look at that twisting butter, the Soultanicals shampoo, and the Manifest Growth Oil from Bo Peep Luxuries. I'm not getting anything else just because, as you can see, I think most of the products behind me I have not yet reviewed in my BOB 123 series. So I've got at least 21 weeks behind me. So there's really no need for me to be purchasing new products. Although there are a couple of brands that I have my eye on right now. I'm looking into Up North Naturals for one thing. A few people have recommended Eco Slay, and I actually did an unboxing on my Instagram. They were nice enough to send me some products, so I will be reviewing them as well. Inasi Naturals also, I'm really interested in those products. But again, I'm probably not going to be purchasing anything until a while later because I have so many videos pending right now, and there's no point in me stocking up and then, stocking up to not review something for another like 5 months. It's great as a leave-in and Prepoo. Yeah, so I've used the Melanin Hair Care multi-use leave-in conditioner for, I guess I've used it for a deep conditioner to leave-in without rinsing it out. I love doing that just because obviously you don't have to get back into the shower to rinse out the deep conditioner. And I've used it as a Prepoo now. I think the other things you can use it as, I guess like a daily moisturizer, but honestly, and it's great. I haven't needed to on a daily basis moisturize my hair because the products that I've been using have been giving me so much moisture, which is great. I remember I used to spend like an hour and a half. I think it was every single night re-moisturizing my hair. So I'm really glad to not have to go back to that. So I wash my hair once and then I don't really touch it until the next week or so. So that is my plan for Black Friday. As I mentioned, if you have any questions about any of the products that I reviewed in my BOB 123 series or anything you see behind me, I think that is the top shelf you're looking at. Yep. And the only thing I have down here is Camille Rose, Miche Beauty, and Adjua Beauty. And then also not on my shelf because I just used it. As you can see, I just finished using it. Yamini Essentials plus the Manifest Oil from Bo Peep. Those products are here. And the Melanin Hair Care Leave-In. So so I'm looking at Up North Naturals, and I'm looking at Inahasi. Let me see how to pronounce that. Inahasi Naturals. I can't. I'll type it into the chat. This was actually recommended in the video that I made a while ago now, probably in July, walking through, I think it was at that point, 7 Black-owned brands that I'd used before that were really good. And I think I have a running list of, I'd have to check, I think there are about 23 or 26 other brands that people recommended in that video. So that's how I have come up with the stash that I have right now. And I was really, really glad to see all of that. There was so much interaction on that particular video. So that's great. So I have a list there that's going to last me over a year or so. But yeah, so in preparation for this live, I did actually mention this on I previewed it, I guess, a couple of days ago on my Instagram when I was thinking about doing this. And I did offer like a Q&A. So I have a couple of questions here that I am just going to answer. And if any of you, I know I have a bunch of new subscribers recently. If any of you have any questions for me at all, just ask. I was hoping to do just like a casual, like, question and answer and let you know what I was doing for Black Friday. I was also originally planning to actually purchase these products, but as I mentioned, that's not particularly exciting for me to be building carts and checking out. So I'm just going to pull up those questions, and hopefully the people that ask them are on the live. And again, if you have any questions for me. And of the people here, are all of you actively purchasing hair products for Black Friday? Or actually, what else are you purchasing? I actually need to get some clothes for Layla because I've been using Aiden's clothes for her pretty much since she was born. I think she might have like 4, maybe 6 outfits that are her own. And now that she's 15 months, I can hardly get away with putting her in like cargo shorts and like a polo shirt. So I got to get her some clothes. So if any of you have young children, let me know a good place to shop because I haven't really bought any girls like baby clothing. So yeah, I have to get that. And then, yeah. Unicurl and Camille Rose. What did you get from Camille Rose? So I actually I have the 3 reviews. I don't know if any of you have seen them, but when I was using the products, I love them for the moisture and the quality, but I got absolutely no hold for them at all. And I'm wondering if anyone else has had that. I know a couple of people have had that same experience, but I used the signature line. So I have the Curl Maker, the Sweet Ginger Cleansing Rinse, and I've used it up since then, but the Deep Sea Algae Renew Deep Conditioner, and then I was using the Leave-In Collection. And just like the whole combination of, I just got 0 hold, but a whole ton of hydration. So it's kind of, here or there for me. But again, so I blow dried my hair for a trim a few weeks ago now. It's probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I used Camille Rose just because it does provide amazing moisture. And normally when I blow dry my hair, I don't retain a lot of moisture, but I think it's because I wasn't using products that I liked. I just wanted to get rid of them. But that blow dry was the most moisturized one that I've had. So I do really like the products. It's just that they give me no hold. You're done with hair products. Does that mean that you mean like you're done purchasing hair products because you have so many, or you mean that you already purchased them earlier today and you're done purchasing? She Scented Stylers. I have heard really great things about She Scented, and actually I think someone for the first time, actually no, second time, asked me to review that. I haven't looked into them yet. It is definitely on my list, and I heard that they smell really, really great. So I would love to try them, but as I mentioned, I mean, there's also, I could say the same thing about probably 12 different brands that I have my eye on, but I really can't just go out and purchase all of them because, for one thing, I would like to get to a point where at some point they start sending me products. I have been reaching out to brands off the back of subscriber requests to review, and a lot of them have been really nice and have sent me products, but it would be nice to be approached first. So I figure I give myself a couple more months and maybe I'll get some more products sent to me instead of me going out and purchasing things I can't even fit on my shelf that I'm probably like a year out from even reviewing. Let's see, what did I miss? So the She Scented Stylers. Yeah, so I have been hearing a lot of great things about that. So that's actually something high up on my queue. So I am looking forward to trying those. Hold on a second, looks a little bit fuzzy. Oh, I think that cleared it up a little bit. Okay, Unicurl and Camille Rose. So yeah, I love Unicurl. I haven't used it in a really long time though, so I'm looking for. I think I used it. It would have been in my dual wash day series. So it's been several months at least. Camille Rose and Eco Slay. Yeah, so I don't know if you were on in the beginning. I think you were, Dawn, but I am going to be reviewing Eco Slay. I know you already have it, so you don't really need my review at this point. But they did send me some products, and I did an unboxing. So I'm going to be trying that out probably in like 6 weeks from now. Let's see. I just finished Yemeni Essentials. What am I doing next? I'm doing Regia. I'm doing Regia Sweet Naturals next. So that'll be 3 weeks. And then I think 3 weeks after that, I will be starting Eco Slay. I think that's right. But Dawn, I'd love to hear what you think about Eco Slay, so I know what I'm in for. Dee Dee, you got only 2 deep conditioners and 2 co-washes. I like the small list there. I know some people can go overboard with Black Friday. I feel like I might have last year. I don't totally remember, but I know some people can end up purchasing they're purchasing like 30 different products. So I purchased a bunch of Eco Slay. Okay, Eco Slay again, Camille Rose again. I know Camille Rose is very popular. Again, when I posted that video about the 10, I just saw thumbs up, thank you. I saw when I posted that video about the 7 Black-owned brands to support, and I asked people for more, a ton of people came and said that they wanted reviews of Camille Rose. And yeah, no, they really are great and quality products. They're so expensive though. That's my only issue with them, because at this point I've reviewed so many products from so many different other Black-owned brands, and the prices are the price points are just so much lower, which is crazy because Camille Rose is a huge company. They're in a whole bunch of retailers. You would think that they would be able to lower their prices, because it's not like the quality of their ingredients are so much higher than the other ones that I've been reviewing, and that's why they have to charge more. I think they're just taking a larger margin, which, from a business perspective, more power to you. People are obviously purchasing their products, including me, but they are so expensive, and I feel like you can get the same from less expensive products. Curlsmith. I've been hearing a lot about Curlsmith recently. I think it's because a lot of people have been getting what do they call sponsorships from Curlsmith. So I've been seeing a lot of reviews come out. I haven't yet purchased anything, and I haven't really even yet looked into it, but it's something that again is high on my list. Allocate Naturals. I've seen so many reviews on that. I don't know why, but I haven't been what's it called? I haven't been motivated to actually purchase from Allocate Naturals. I don't know why. I don't know. I think the reviews that I've seen have been very, very mixed, so much so that I haven't taken that dive yet. Main Crush. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of requests for Main Crush as well. I do have Main Crush in my queue, but my queue keeps getting pushed around because when a brand sends me products to review, I feel like I should get them out sooner because they were nice enough to actually send me free product. And Main Crush, on the other hand, they sent me like half of my products, and I reached out to them multiple times, and it took them like another 6 weeks to finally get me the rest of my products. So I don't want to say I'm bitter about that. I am largely over it, but I'm not necessarily in a rush because that was annoying. I hate having to follow up with companies in general because it's just an extra thing to do. Main Choice, some hair, but mostly body items. I have never gotten any 60% off. Oof. I have not ever tried Main Choice. Which products do you like from them? And is it your first time trying them? Or are you repurchasing? And Unicurl again. Yeah, Unicurl has been really, really popular recently. Dawn, you just ordered Eco Slay 40% off. I got the Jello shot too. So I'm looking for, I hope that's a one product styler because I just sent the only styling product she sent me, I believe, was the Jello shot. I don't think there was an oil. I don't remember. And you have to actually keep the Jello shot at least in the fridge. So I don't have that with me. Do I have the other ones that she sent me? Sorry, hold on a second. Yeah, so I have for Eco Slay the Peppermint Schnapps hair wash, the Moonshine hair and body oil. Okay, she did send me an oil. And then this is, I can't actually read it here, but I went online and this is the banana cream deep conditioner. And then the Jello shot, I have that in my fridge. Oh, annoying. I'll get that later. Okay, what's next here? You're guilty, you're done with products for the year. Well, it's November. It's the end of November. So does that mean that January 1st, your wallet's opening back up to hair products? I'm trying so hard to not buy products. I'm actually only buying stuff that I need right now. So the shampoos and the Prepoo stuff. Camille Rose Curl Maker definitely doesn't have enough. Yeah, it's crazy because sorry, let me read the rest of that. And it flakes with gel for me. Really? Okay, I didn't get I'm really excited about Eco Slay too. So let me break this down because I keep stopping to respond, but let me, okay. So the Curl Maker, yes. So the Curl Maker was incredibly moisturizing and it felt like it was going to provide a lot of hold, and I was really excited about that. But yeah, it didn't. So it was really easy to style with it because it made my hair really, really manageable. Although I believe I used that with the Almond Joy twisting butter, and the almond joy twisting butter. That is like, I think that might be one of the most hydrating products. Let me not say one of the, I think, yeah, that was the most hydrating product I've ever used. Maybe it's just so much moisture you can't have hold with that amount of moisture. Let's see. Yeah, so it didn't flake for. Oh, did it? I don't think it flaked for me. Yeah, Eco Slay. Looking forward to that too. Camille Rose Honey Line, all items. Oh, 10. Okay. I guess I didn't look into the Camille Rose Black Friday deals. I know. So my sister, you might have seen her in some of my videos. We do a series on Thursdays, the Natural Hair Commentary series that I kind of kicked off on my own. I ended up bringing her in because I feel like she's more of an appropriate person to have for that. And it's been really fun doing that with her. But anyway, she has, I would say probably, yeah, she has 4C hair and it's very dry. And yes, she refuses to deep condition, so that's one thing. But of all the products that I have, I mean, she hasn't tried everything because I'm not giving her stuff that I haven't tried yet. If I'm looking at the shelf behind me. Of all the products that I've at least given her to try, I think I've given her Mane Like Me, Melon Hair Care, and what else have I given her? Miche Beauty. Yeah, I think those might be all of them so far. The Camille Rose is the only thing that provides her moisture, and again, she does not deep condition. So that does say a lot. It actually does condition her hair, which is, according to her, I haven't touched it. It's very, very dry. Let's see. The Camille Rose Honey Line. Oh yeah, right. So there's a honey line. What is the Camille Rose Honey Line? All items were 10, including the curl maker. Yeah. So I think I ran out of the almond joy. I might actually get more of that. Hi, Lene. I don't know when you sent me that hello, but I missed it. But hello, thank you for joining. I do see if there's a few more people that have joined since I last gave this update. My hair looks like this because I just washed my hair today and there was no time to wash my hair, set my hair, dry my hair, take out my hair, and do my video in time for this live. So that is why I look like this. And I'm actually, one thing to note about this, and again, I'll mention this in my video that will be coming out on Tuesday. This was the quickest install that I've ever done because I started doing this at 4:27 and I had to be on this live at 5:30. So at 4:27, I sat down, I kicked off my video, I did a demonstration of how to install these, and then by 5:02, I think I had 1 or 2 sections less. Normally it takes me like probably an hour to an hour and 45 minutes for pretty much any set. So if this actually works out, that would be pretty cool. Except the drawback with these obviously is that I'm gonna have to sleep in these overnight and I feel like they're gonna fall out, for one thing. And second, it's gonna be really, 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 really uncomfortable. But it's not the first time that I've slept in something uncomfortable. Let's go down the list. So I like the Peach Deep Conditioner from the Mane Choice. I have heard about that one. But yeah, I haven't tried Mane Choice before. One of these days I will, but again, that'll probably be like a year and a half or 2 from now, because as you can see, I have a lot, as I've been talking about, I have a lot of products to try. And at 3 weeks a pop, it just takes a really, really long time. First time trying the Mane Choice body products. I didn't know that they had body care, but I feel like a lot of these hair brands, like a lot of these like good ingredient hair brands, have body products. I should look into that because I spent like probably, I mean, not actively, but like there was a span of like 8 months. No, it wasn't 8 months. There was a span of maybe 2.5 months when I was just in between body care because I was trying to find stuff that was effective and safe and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. So I've actually, so for about 3 months, I was using Layla's body wash. I mean, whatever, it gets you clean. So I'm not going anywhere. The conditioner should be refrigerated. Oh, really? I feel like it might have said that now that you mention it. Hold on. I dropped it like 10 minutes ago. Let me pick that up. Hold on. Okay. So this one says refrigerate after opening. But, I might as well put it in there because I feel like the temperature in my room is all over the place because I get really hot and I get really cold. So good point. I'll go put it in the fridge. It probably won't hurt to do that. It'll just keep it longer until next Black Friday. All right, good luck with that. I really hope you keep up. I really hope you keep that. The Mane Choice, I love the Do It for the Culture Gel. I got the 20. I was looking at the 24 karat collection. I was really interested in getting that. I don't know why I didn't pull the trigger. I think I watched like every single review, not every single review. I probably watched like maybe 6 or 7 reviews on that line. And I guess based on that research, I decided to not go for it, but I was really, really interested in it. You got this. So you've never used a 24 karat gel before. What is Cheers? Is Cheers another line? And Pearly Glaze gel, but I haven't used, oh, you haven't used them yet. Okay. Yeah, I haven't, I actually don't really use gels. I only use gels if they like come with a collection, but yeah, I haven't. I guess, do you use them for wash and goes? I also don't use wash and goes, and I don't need gels for my twist outs, braid outs, and all the other styles I do. So that's largely why I haven't done them. I was planning on doing my first wash and go ever in November for my 9-month check-in. But since then, I posted my winter, fall, cold weather, just general wash day routine. And because I am putting my hair up on day 2, because I'm single strand knots and all, I just like protecting my hair in the cold weather, that I'm not actually experienced since I don't go outside. But anyway, I might go outside one of these days. I'm putting my hair up. So for that reason, I'm not really going to do a wash and go. So maybe next summer, we'll see. Hey, Lavinia, thank you for joining. You did catch me. I was late because I had some technical problems. Thank you for joining. Jello shot has an extreme hold. Okay, go very light, and I recommend maybe using it with a heavy cream to minimize the crunch. I love it for my wash and goes. All right, that makes me wonder if I should be using the Jello shot for a twist out. But I guess, hold on a second. What was I? Oh, the Jello shot. I guess I have that, and then I have the oil. So I will thank you for the recommendation. I will go very light on it, and hopefully that is enough. Have you ever done a twist out or a braid out using the Jello shot? What do I think of my Sultanicals not sauce quilted? So, Lavinia, I have not actually used any of my Sultanicals products yet. So I was saying, on my Black Friday list, I have for me to get the Sultanicals shampoo. So I'm actually at your recommendation, because you did a whole video on this. I'm going to get the Master Hair Cleanse Curl Detox, and I wanted to get the Ayurvedic Butter Shampoo and the Sprout Rice Vitamin Butter Shampoo. The Ayurvedic is sold out right now, but I'm hoping they restock for Monday. But I haven't used any of my Sultanicals products yet because I have not. I don't have a shampoo, so I can't do a full wash day. But it's in my queue, and I will have it by the time Sultanicals is up. Honey is a new Camille Rose line. Oh, really? Okay. I don't hear about like anything, and I follow them on Instagram. I haven't. I didn't see. I don't read I don't look at every post, but that's good to know, because they're Honey Hydrate. Have any of you used the Camille Rose Honey Hydrate? Because I was just really shocked to find, I guess the second time that I used it, that it actually it's heat activated. And I know some people didn't even notice that, but it was really cool. It was really cool. And that also was the most hydrating leave-in conditioner I've ever used before. Yeah, so Lavinia, you didn't know about that either. Okay. Yeah, I'm interested in this. I'm interested in this honey line. I'd like to look more into that. Oh, last night. Okay. Okay. So it's not like it's been around for weeks and I just never saw it. Yeah, I guess so. I know, Lavinia, you have Fine Natural Hair Rocks. You should check out her channel. She has fine natural hair and she does really great videos, but it's another perspective for all of you with fine strands out there, because I have coarser texture hair. But yeah, the Camille Rose products are incredibly moisturizing, and I feel like that might lead to high growth fatigue faster for fine strands. So that's probably why it doesn't work for you. I guess what is your problem with Camille Rose? Oh, not that you said there's a problem, but why don't you particularly like them? Oh, a full restock on Monday. I think assuming that there's going to be some kind of shipping charge, I'm probably going to wait until Monday to buy all 3 of these shampoos. Anyway, so I've answered all of your questions now. So there were some questions that were submitted on Instagram, so I am going to answer those. And if you have any other questions, it doesn't necessarily even have to be hair related, although probably more interesting. Let me know. I've been getting a lot of new subscribers recently, so if anyone wants to know anything about me, ask away. I'm an open book. to a certain extent, as long as something is appropriate. Do a wash. I am scared to do a wash and go. I am to be completely honest. I've watched so many tutorials and I've binge watched at times Kimberly Sherrill, because she does really great wash and goes. I've been binge watched her doing wash and goes, but I don't know why the whole process really confuses me. Like, I feel like as soon as it dries up, it's just going to look disastrous. And then what do I do? Like, I feel like it's going to be a disaster. It's going to be really dry. And no one wants that for a week, because it's not like I have a bad wash and go and go wash my hair again. Do I have another 48 hours? I don't. So maybe I will do it live so we can all suffer through it together. Okay. Yeah, that was what I was thinking. Financial hair rocks. Yeah. So they are too thick for you. Yeah, they are really thick and really, really, really hydrating. The honey hydrate powder is beautiful, smells delicious, and has great consistency, but it's way too thick. Oh, yeah. Did you notice the heat activation though? Because I know most people haven't even noticed it. And I didn't notice the first time I used it, but that was really cool. Yeah, it does have the consistency of honey. Yeah, they do. So I do have the honey hydrate, and I used that, I think, in my third week or my second week of using Camille Rose. And it was the second week, and it was so well activated. It was so well, it was so hydrating. Okay. So I was going back to the questions. So, okay. So these questions are from, I think it's Kel's Place, and I assume that because I'm guessing if you're on your name is Raquel, so Kel's Place, like Raquel. Otherwise, it's Quel's Place. I don't know. But anyway, so you asked, does your spouse embrace your natural hair? So my spouse would be Nick, and so does he embrace it? I think so. He's incredibly supportive, just pretty much in general. That is definitely, big points to him on that. He loved my hair before. And I think because, that's what my hair was when my hair was relaxed. He loved my hair when it was relaxed before. And he has always made it clear. And I don't want to say made it clear, like he told me this, don't you ever cut your hair. But he likes long hair. So when I was going from having long, straight, and healthy, relaxed hair, to going to big chop my hair, although I waited 11 months to do that. He was nervous, and I get that because I was nervous too. So I was going from having long, straight hair to having really short, kinky hair that we actually didn't know we didn't know what it was going to look like. And to be honest, I didn't do TWA. I went short. So when I big chopped, and it was a chop, it looked choppy. I did it at home. It was not very well done. I'm not a stylist. I don't pretend to be, but my hair was here. It was here. It looked terrible. So it was a bit of an adjustment. I wore a hat around him for the first few days, and he'd actually forgotten that was my scheduled date to do my big chop. So I would say in the beginning, I wouldn't say that Nick was excited about my natural hair because it was the beginning stages. But now that I am, 9 months post, my hair is longer. I'm getting to know it. We're all getting to know it. Sometimes I let him touch it so he can see how fluffy and soft it can be after using some of these products. And I would say at this point, does he embrace my natural hair? I think yes, because I think he fully respects why I did this. And for those of you who don't know, I only stopped getting relaxers because I had a miscarriage and then I got pregnant again. And not that relaxers cause miscarriages, but I went to get a keratin treatment because I was actually going to move away from relaxers. And after I got the keratin treatment, I just I guess in passing, I mentioned that I was pregnant, and the hairdresser got all nervous and was like, oh my God, you should have told me, I should have done this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, why? So, the fact that she had to question whether or not it was okay was kind of a red flag for me. So I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not going through a second miscarriage, and I'm just going to go all natural for the duration of my pregnancy. And I was scared when I made that decision because I had no idea what it meant to stop getting relaxers, because as long as I can remember, I've always had relaxers. So the idea was just terrifying to just stop doing that because I had no idea how that was going to work, which is why I started going on YouTube. And that was when I discovered this whole natural hair community. And then I got really excited about it. And it became a hobby. And shortly after that, I started my YouTube channel to document everything. And Nick has been incredibly supportive of my YouTube channel from the beginning. He is the one that came up with the name Uptight Curls, because if you don't know me, I'm a relatively uptight person, so it's fitting, and plus uptight because, you know, you want your curls to be uptight because that means that they're healthy. So, you know, he will watch the kids if I have to do a recording. I wouldn't say he watches all my videos because that would be a lie, but, you know, I would say that he is, I don't know if he embraces my natural hair, but he definitely supports it, and he really likes it now. He's always talking about how fun it is. So that suggests that he likes it. I just want to, sorry, hold on. Let me see what I've missed. I used the honey leave-in. My neck is sticky. Yeah. So when I see people finish prepping their wash and goes and they're going to go and dry it, or they're going to let it air dry, all I see is just dripping hair. And just like, I hate dripping hair. So assuming that I'm not going to be wearing a towel around my neck until the my hair dries, I feel like it would be, oh, hello. Nick is watching right now. If you have anything to add to that, you can certainly type it in the chat. So yeah, I feel like it looks so uncomfortable, and no one ever mentions that, like when the videos, when they're doing a wash and go, when they finish it, their hair just like dripping all over the place. Don't tell me that's not uncomfortable. And it's probably cold because your hair is like, it's not like your hair is definitely dripping cold water. That has to be annoying. What was that quote I used? And also, yeah, neck being sticky. I can imagine that because of all the gel. It looks like a really, really messy process. Do you do your Shanta, do you do your wash and goes in the shower? I know that's a really popular thing. Maybe that, but also, I mean, it's not quick. So how long are you staying in the shower, you know, doing your wash and go? You love wash and goes, trying to master the twist out. I love twist outs. I don't know if I can say that I've mastered them, but I don't know if any of you have tried out my new two-toed method. It looks ridiculous. But it actually, for some reason, it's quicker. And it, I don't know, I really like it. I think it's a great method. I think it's going to take me a while when I do finally do my wash and go. It's going to take me a long time to like master it. I think largely, and I stopped before I finished this sentence last time, my hair is several different sections. I feel like I might even be like a 4B. Is there other 4s? 4C. Yeah, there's 4s. I might even be like 4B, 4C. No, sorry, 3B. I might be like 3B in some areas all the way up to 4C. So I just feel like the curl pattern is so different throughout my head. And like the point of a wash and go is to just like leverage your natural curl pattern. But if I have like 4, it might just like, it's not going to look consistent. I don't know. I'm really scared to try it. Yeah. Such a cute story. I love hearing it every time. Thank you, Lavinia. I always wear a towel around my neck too. So, but how long does it, do you then, so do you go under the dryer after you do your wash and goes? How do you let it dry? And do you keep the towel around your shoulders like the entire time until you're done, until it's done drying? Because I just feel like it would be so annoying, but it's probably the quickest way to style your hair. And also I'd like to know, for those of you who do wash and goes, how long does it take you? Because I don't think I can stand up in the shower for 45 minutes styling my hair. I don't do wash and goes too often either. Have you done a wash and go before? And what did you think? This was for Financial Hair Rocks. Okay, let me move on to the next question. What does your family think about your YouTube channel? I don't know. I don't know. So I mean, I've already talked about Nick. I don't know if you saw the story that I posted on my Instagram. I think it's also it's in my static feed as well. Aiden, I guess inspired by Maya was doing videos, did his own video. It was annoying because he came to me. I had actually just finished recording a video. It was probably like 12:30 at night. And I was about to go get ready for bed, and Aiden came in and he was like, "Mommy, I want to record a video." And I was like, "Ugh, I mean, this is really cute. I wish you weren't coming to me at 12:30. And it was one of those things where like I didn't have a post prep for my Instagram the next day, and I was like, you know what, if I do this, I could probably post this as my Instagram because I'm trying to post there every single day. But you know, coming up with something every single day is a lot of work. So I let him film it. But anyway, he used my intro and my outro, I think, and it was really cute. So I think Aiden likes my YouTube channel, and when he sees it playing, like if I'm playing one of my videos, Aiden will ask to watch it. He tries to help me edit. And to be honest, it's a little bit annoying when he tries to help me edit, but he's interested in it. But as for my my other immediate family, I guess you can call them, like my parents and my siblings, they're all subscribed, so they support it in that way. They don't watch my videos though. I mean, they sometimes do, and sometimes there will be a video where I just want more engagement, or I just want more views up front, because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. So I'll ask them to watch it. The ones that my mom has watched, she said that she likes, but she doesn't care about hair. Christina does, from the social commentary aspect, and you would see that in our videos on Thursdays. But I would say none of them like actively watch my channel, but in terms of support, if I need them to watch the kids so I can record a video, or my first sponsorship was really exciting. They were really happy for me for that. So I would say that they what do they think of it though? I mean, I don't know. I think they probably think it's a good thing because I like doing it and we're in quarantine, so it's good to have hobbies. So they support my YouTube channel. I know my dad probably talks about it at work a lot, and I know that he said he watched my videos in the beginning. So, they're all supportive of it, I would say. I did 1-2 times now. The first 2 were both Tangle City. So yeah, tangling. I feel like single strand knots. That's another thing I'm afraid of, which is why I would never do at least my first wash and go in the fall or winter. Although now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like doing them in the summer when it's really humid, I feel like it would be easy for your strands to tangle on each other. So maybe spring. We know your mom and sister like it. Yeah, so I guess I kind of backtracked on that. I don't actually know how much they actually like my channel. My mom has explicitly said she doesn't want to watch my videos. Not because she doesn't like them, but I think it's one of those things where she, like from the beginning of the pandemic, has been homeschooling our son. So she is like on all day. We actually just got a new nanny, another live-in. So I'm really excited about that. I literally just picked her up yesterday on Thanksgiving. But my mom has been, working full time with my kids since the pandemic. And I mean, she's done an amazing job and she's been so incredibly helpful. Probably she and my sister are largely the reason I still have my job, but it's a lot. So when she comes over and she's watching the kids and I'm like, Mommy, can you watch this video? She's like, no, but she's been watching them recently. So that's fun. I air dry, but I cheat and use my bedroom's fan. You use your bedroom fan? That's funny. What do you mean? Like you sit in front of like one of those like stand fans and just with cold air though? I feel like that would take a very long time. Once it's about 60% dry, I turn the fan off. Then if it's still wet before I go to bed, I'll diffuse it for maybe 10 minutes. Yeah, I feel like wash and goes, I feel like they will probably take longer. Do they take longer to dry than like a twist out or a braid out? Gotta run. Okay, thank you. Oh, you probably left by now, but thank you for joining. I'll talk to you later. I end up diffusing because I'm impatient and waiting for dry. Okay, I get that. Curl Mix is easy to use in the shower because of the pump. I have mixed feelings about pumps, but I guess if you put it down on the surface, it's perfectly fine. I think it's more when I'm trying to hold something up into the camera to show you me pumping it and it's really slippery and it just doesn't work. I did that one time. I put it on my shoulder. That worked pretty well. Then the next time I tried it, it slipped off my shoulder and fell and it almost and I lost some product. So I don't know about doing that again. I'm really confused about diffusers. I've seen them before. I mean, like plenty of times. I know exactly what they look like, but I don't understand why a diffuser, I don't understand why diffusers work. Is it just because it's so many holes? It's like a lot of surface area, so you're getting the air from many different places. Like, why do people use diffusers for curly hair? Now that I have the right products, less than an hour for me, and you have pretty dense hair. Okay, so it does cut down on the time. And I was wondering about just having dense hair and doing a wash and go. Do you do the shingling method, or do you just do what kind of method do you use for your wash and goes? I know there's the raking method and shingling. I don't have time for shingling. I feel like that would take way too long. And I feel like the way that I am, I would get really obsessive about it and I would end up shingling for like 4 hours. So I don't want to do that. I tried my wash and go in the shower and didn't notice difference. Oh, okay. I don't do my wash and goes in dripping wet hair. It seems like too much water makes product slip. Oh, okay. So that's the first time I've ever seen guidance. And again, this would otherwise only be from YouTube videos, but from what I've seen, people are always saying, you have to do wash and goes on dripping wet hair. Otherwise it doesn't work. I did wonder about that in the beginning about applying so much water when you're styling your hair, because if you're applying water, is that that's pretty much how you rinse products out of your hair. But there are so many products that I find are activating when you add water. So it's kind of a mixed bag on that. Plus I use the mister. I don't use a spray bottle. I feel like the mister is better for products that are well activated by water, but it doesn't rinse out the product. You were hoping to find a hooded dryer on sale on Black Friday, but no luck. Oh, yeah. So, I mean, like the one that I have, well, no, that wouldn't. So the one that I have, it's a soft, hold on a second. Let me actually show you what I have. When I had this crazy idea earlier that I was actually going to finish my wash day before I came onto this live, I was using this to deep condition, and then I was hoping to use it to dry this, which was never going to be dry in however long it is. But anyway, this is the bonnet that I have. So it's a soft bonnet, and I actually feel like this wouldn't work for a wash and go because I feel like you wouldn't want it pressing against your head. So, but I guess this isn't a hooded dryer; it's a bonnet dryer. So yeah, I've never had actually no, I have had one of those hooded dryers before that you like sit on a counter, but that's really annoying. That's really annoying. I don't really know I don't have any recommendations for a hooded dryer because I only pretty much use that one at that point. I mean, right at this point. What is the best brand to buy right now? Oh, okay. So Shonda, you can bring her to say hello. On the TV. Why am I on the TV? It appears that people are watching me on TV downstairs. I'm probably laughing at my hair. Layla came to say a quick hello, and then I will answer your question about the best brands to buy right now. So you want to say hello, Layla? Okay. Hey. She never smiles, so that was very, okay, she's not anymore. But yeah, you lucked out because she actually smiled at you. All right, baby. I got to get back to this. But thank you for coming to visit. All right, then. Okay. Oh, yes, her clothes are not buttoned. Sometimes we just don't have the energy. Okay. So the best brands to buy right now. And okay, so I can only answer that based on my own experience. So my favorite products are this brand, Classy Hair Products. Their Classy and Whipped shampoo is my favorite shampoo, but all of the products that I have tried from them are great. I am planning on reviewing this as part of my BOB 123 series, but as you can see, as I've said several times, I have so many brands in my queue, so I don't know when I'm actually going to get to this, but they are having, I want to say, I think I posted it on my stories what their Black Friday deals are. What are they doing for Black Friday? Is this Classy Hair? They're doing 30% off for Black Friday. So, this is a really great brand. What else? What is one of my favorites? I love the Melanin Hair Care collection. That works really, really well for me. So I would highly recommend that. I don't know what they're doing for sales either, but they're also at Ulta. So you can see what Ulta is offering as well. Bo Peep Luxuries. If you have been watching pretty much any of my last 10 videos, I talk about this brand. This is my new favorite brand. This is actually by one of my subscribers, and I have 3 reviews because I did review them as part of my BOB 123 series. If you have any questions, you can ask in the comment section, or you can actually just reach out to them on Instagram. But yeah, I do have a review. These products are amazing. They have amazing ingredients. They do use Ayurvedic ingredients, and I do have a review on, I don't remember how many it was, but a whole bunch of Ayurvedic ingredients. And it features this product and also Classy Hair, because Classy Hair also uses really clean Ayurvedic ingredients. So they have this Awakening shampoo. This was a detoxifying shampoo, and the first time I'd ever used a detoxifying shampoo. And it was such a weird experience. I put it in my hair, and I mentioned this in my video, but it creates some kind of a cast, and then it creates some kind of a cast on your scalp. You feel something happening, and then I actually, now that I'm saying it, I don't actually totally remember what it was what the experience was, but it has some kind of weird, just new experience. effect. And my scalp was somehow strengthened over the next like 4 weeks after using it. And when I say strengthened, you know, you're going through life and you get an itch on your scalp and you scratch your scalp. Normally when I would do that, it would hurt. Not necessarily like hurt, but like I would notice it. But after using that Awakening shampoo for the next 4 or 5 weeks, if I would scratch my scalp, it was like I was scratching like armor. Like it was like invigorated and it was strengthened. So it was a really interesting experience. And then also just gave me the best twist out that I've ever had and the most moisture and the most moisture retention that I've ever gotten from a brand. So classy hair products, Bo Peep Luxuries. Who else have I used that I really, really like? Made Like Me is good, but I didn't get lasting moisture from them. I had to re-up a couple times that week. And she mentions that other products as well, that she expects that they're going to have to re-up. I like to do like a lazy natural. I know I'm not a lazy natural, but I like to have a lazy natural routine as much as I can. And I don't like to have to reapply product throughout the week. But if I'm talking about highlights, the moisturizing, hair pudding, and the oil is in my bathroom. The oil, those two products in combination offered me the most shine that I've ever gotten from a product before. So for that reason, I would recommend specifically the pudding and the hair and scalp oil. And what else do I have here? I mentioned earlier, I love Camille Rose for moisture, but not at all for definition because it provides 0 for me. Honey's Handmade has always been my favorite. I highly recommend the Melba's Kitchen collection and the omega-3 and fatty acid deep conditioner specifically. And I believe that's in the Melba's Kitchen collection as well. That's an amazing deep conditioner. I know everyone loves Sotanicals, so much so that I'm actually even comfortable just saying I recommend it, but I haven't tried it yet. So that's not based on my review. It's just based on a whole bunch of people's feedback that Sotanicals is an amazing brand as well. I really, really like Unicurl so much. I do recommend them, but I haven't used them in a few months. What else have I done during my BOD 1, 2, 3 series? Oh, Yamini Essentials, the one that I'm doing right now. They're not here. That's why I wasn't thinking about them. I just did my last of 3 wash days with them. And those products have been really great. Interesting, somewhat. I posted my 2nd week review. The detox mask and the shampoo bar that she has were interesting experiences. When you put them on, they were somewhat drying, but as soon as you rinse them out, it was just really, really soft. And I had that experience twice now. So, I would recommend Yamini Essentials as well. And I think in general, I would say that whether or not I've actually reviewed them, I would still recommend pretty much every brand on my shelf. Let me know if you want me to tell you what all those brands are. But I do have a video where I walk through all of the brands here. I don't think I've added anything except for EcoSlice since that video. Sorry, I took a long time on that one. Let me go on. Let's see. I stretch, washing goes with a blow dryer and don't use a pick. Okay. Yeah, I think I hate going, well, I haven't done it yet. But going that extra step, I feel like I would have to really, really stretch a wash and go because my hair shrinks so much. And I don't know, there's so many reasons I'm kind of excited, but I'm also really nervous about trying a wash and go because I feel like it would be, as I mentioned, a disaster. My hair barely tangles, lucky you. And I don't get single strand knots either. Oh, that was me a few months ago, but all of a sudden I get single strand knots, and I hate them so much. 40 minutes if you take your time. Okay. That's impressive. That's very impressive. With a twist out, you can go to bed with wet hair. Yeah, that's the problem because I end up finishing my hair around 1 in the morning, very often 1 or 2 in the morning. So I'm going to sleep. So if I do a wash and go, I guess it wouldn't take me that long. I'd probably be able to go to sleep around, I don't know. It's light regardless. So I don't know. I'm not going to sit under a dryer at 12:30 on a work night. I don't do twist outs or braid outs. But I think wash and goes dry quicker. Do they? Okay. I find that surprising, but I believe you. By the next morning, my hair will be 100% dry, but I know twist outs can take a few days. Yeah. Also, what product was there? Was a product that I used. I think it was Made Like Me. I don't know what it was about those products. They weren't drying, but my hair dried as quicker than they've ever dried in the past using those products. And that happened for all 3 weeks that I tested them. My hair dried really, really quickly. I always put my leave-in on in the shower to help, the products absorb. I started doing that recently as well. I really like doing that when there is, when it's like a 3-product styling, if I am just using like a one and done, like if I'm using the Unicurl 4-in-1 styler, I am not going to apply that in the shower, just because I like to have something to apply when I'm doing my sets. But yeah, other than that, I also put my leave-in on in the shower. The diffuser protects the curl pattern. Okay, I guess because it's just like diffused air, and it's not. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. What are the right products? So I did go through. When you said right products, do you mean products or do you mean brands? You do raking with smoothing, Miss Fashionista. Okay. When you say smoothing, you mean like, how do you smooth? Like with your palms? Oh, diffusers are indirect heat. I didn't even think about it like that. Because it's definitely a blow dryer, like a regular blow dryer is not indirect heat, right? I don't actually need any more volume, so that's not necessarily a draw for me. I actually have, no, I don't. I used to have a blow dryer with a diffuser attachment, and I was just like, I don't know what this is, and I don't know what happened to it since then. 25 minutes to style your hair for a wash and go. Okay, that is really quick. That is, I'm jealous. Yes, it should be dripping wet. I use Botanicals clean products, makes a bit botanical clean products. Yeah, that's the way to go. I feel like I've been having, oh, hey, Empress. I feel like I've been having a really good experience ever since I started using products with cleaner ingredients. But it's also a lot of work because you really have to look into it. I don't know if many of you might have already seen this video, but I had purchased like 9 products from, what was it, Annabelle's Perfect Blend, because you look at their ingredient list and like everything sounds fantastic, but then you get to the preservatives, and the preservatives are where I had to draw the line, and I ended up giving them away. But yeah, it's annoying. It's very annoying because you really have to study. And I've mentioned this a few times, and I plan on doing something with it. But I've been creating a database of ingredients, and my database, I mean, there's definitely going to be duplications in there. It at least covers all of the ingredients for all of the products behind me, and I'm well into the thousands in terms of ingredients. But like to understand all of them and like, you know, what's good, what's bad, EWG isn't always a golden source for knowing that. So you got to read a whole bunch of articles and all that kind of stuff, and it's so much work to ensure that you are using products with good ingredients. And when I say good ingredients, I think normally the issue is with the preservatives, or at least in my experience, because I think like at this point I know the like ingredients that are bad, but there are a lot of ingredients that sound amazing, but then they'll preserve it with a carcinogen. So I'm just not for that. You have the bonnet one too. You need a hard one. So yeah, you can't use a bonnet hair dryer for a wash and go. I assume it would disrupt something. You probably don't want anything touching your hair as it's drying. Oh, I missed all these things. Oh, thank you. Layla says thank you. People keep saying that Layla looks like me. I don't see it at all. And let's be honest, it has nothing to do with the fact that she looks white. I just, and I'm not, but I just like, I don't, facial features and all that. What is it? Sorry, I just kicked the table. What is it that you think, how do you think she looks like me? Like what are the similarities? Hi, Misty Blue. Thank you for joining. Oh, I've been talking for an hour at this point. Wow. After you rake with one hand, you use your thumb to smooth to prevent. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay. Think Dirty is an app you can use to help, and some other online. Yeah, I've tried Think Dirty as well. I don't remember what my experience with it was. I don't remember what my experience with it was. I have to look into that again. So Honey's handmade ingredients, they're great. Let me, I can give you a couple of examples, but I've had this discussion with a few people at this point. It confuses me because they don't mention preservatives on the ingredients, but they have to be preserving it with something. What is this? Why is it? Oh, this must be that infamous salt. I haven't used this since that one time that I like scratched my scalp using salt crystals. I still don't know how to use that. But anyway, the confusing thing is that they don't mention preservatives. And you got to preserve this stuff. I mean, like the chocolate amla deep conditioner, I bought that. I received it in February, the second week of February. And up until a couple of weeks ago, I mean, it smelled, my sister used it. I mean, it's fine, but there's no way that you could keep something for that many months with no preservative in it. So I don't know if they're just not mentioning it. But yeah, so this is the product that I mentioned earlier. the fatty acid and fatty acid shaft deep penetrating hair mask. This is my favorite deep conditioner from Honey's Handmade. Ingredients are distilled water, omega-3, safflower, pistachio butter, mora, grapeseed, wheat germ, cedarwood, rosemary, sesame, and olive fruit. So, I mean, most of the ingredient lists look like this. They have, I don't think I've seen an ingredient list with Honey's Handmade that's more than like 10 ingredients, and 10 sounds like a lot. Most of them are just like 6 or so. I actually just purchased a new product from them, like on a whim, the pumpkin spice and toffee curl nog custard. Clearly I haven't used it yet, but let's see what's in this one. Okay, this is actually more. So this is H2O, pumpkin butter, or she forgot a comma. Let's say pumpkin butter, because that sounds fun. Molasses, coffee butter, pumpkin spice extract, yogurt, olive, carnauba, I think it's carnauba, agave, vanilla extract, wheat germ, aloe gel, citric acid, and okay, so citric acid is a mild preservative, and a phthalate-free fragrance. I get a little nervous. I mean, a lot of products that I have, and I haven't like cut them from my regimen, I don't particularly like it when brands use fragrance, because fragrance, can be harmful. It can be made of harmful ingredients. I don't like broad categories like that. Like when they just say like essential oil blend or fragrance or, a non-formaldehyde preservative. I appreciate that there are not formaldehydes in it, but there's a lot of other things like carcinogens that could be in your preservative. So I do prefer that transparency. Although I will say, because I'm always talking up Bo Peep, I did reach out to Ashley, she's the owner, to ask her what preservative she was using in her products, because on her ingredient list, she mentions that she uses a paraben-free preservative. But another thing on that, when you say paraben-free, you can still have formaldehydes in it or carcinogens. So they have to you have to say it's free of this, and this. But anyway, she said, so she uses Optifin Plus, which, as I've come across in my research, is a perfectly fine preservative to use. It's one of the safer ones that they have. But she specifically does not say formaldehyde-free in addition to paraben-free, because she says that it would, and I assume this is based on just like feedback that she's gotten, that when you say formaldehyde-free, it scares people. I mean, it shouldn't be scaring people because she's saying that she doesn't have it, but I guess at some point when you hear that, you just get scared at hearing the word formaldehyde. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, people don't like seeing that on the labels. So people just say paraben-free because people have heard of parabens. They know that you don't want paraben. So I feel like there should be more transparency in what people are putting in their hair products, because in the end, our hair grows out of hair follicles. Those hair follicles are by design holes, because if it's not a hole, how is the hair coming out? So that is a porous area for the ingredients to seep into your body. So given that, I feel like they really should have more regulations. People should not be putting formaldehyde releasers and highly carcinogenic ingredients in hair products. I mean, it's really been bothering me since I've been doing this research, that there are so many things out there that are harmful to your health. Like you go on EWG and you put in something that's on a hair product, and it's like, can cause kidney failure or kidney complications, can have reproductive, issues. I mean, like, come on. So yes, Honey's Handmade ingredients are good, but I am actually going to reach out to them and ask them okay. So you're saying the Honey's Handmade doesn't actually write out their entire ingredient list. So how do you know that, how do you know that there are more ingredients than they list? Do they have more ingredients on the website versus on the bottle? I also know some brands don't put all the ingredients on their bottles, probably some of the smaller brands, because it's expensive to get. I think like characters are expensive. I regret my Black Friday order from Honey's Handmade now. Why? Oh, because of them maybe not including their entire ingredient list. I'm going to reach out to them, or maybe multiple people should reach out to them on Instagram. Maybe it would influence them to start including the ingredients on their products. All of their ingredients, but I would like to know what they are putting in there, as a preservative, because they have to have a preservative. Her smile. Oh, okay. We have the same smile. All right. Interesting. I'm going to have to look at that next time. A lot of people don't know that the byproduct is in a lot of product. The byproduct of formaldehyde, or sorry, the byproduct of what? Tetrasodium EDTA ureas. Is that like I know what is it, the diazolinol urea? That was what was in the Annabelle's Perfect Blend. What was in something? I don't remember the other one at this point. But yeah, you don't want those. You emailed them, okay? And so, did you email them recently, or you emailed them a while ago and they haven't gotten back to you? I mentioned this when I was walking through my product shelf. That Sorenzo Beauty, they have in their shampoo. They say like, what is it they say? I reached out to them because it was not an ingredient. It was like suggesting that they had some kind of proprietary blend in their shampoo. And I reached out to them on both a comment and on DM to ask them if they could tell me what was in it. And they just ignored me. But I don't get the impression they have a lot of activity on their Instagram, meaning there's no way that my comment question got lost. So that was annoying and kind of rude. So they're not soon in my queue. Here we go. So yeah, in the Amla and Brahmi clay wash, which you think would be, fantastic and above board and all of that, it would just be like Amla and Brahmi and a bunch of other stuff. The third ingredient is Sorenzo shampoo base. I mean, can any of you tell me what the Sorenzo shampoo base is? I feel like they should be able to tell me, but they haven't. There's actually a lot of negativity in the skincare world about EWG and Think Dirty. I believe that. I feel like also EWG, like you see a rating that has like a 5, but then you're trying to figure out like, why is it a 5? And it's really, really not clear. And then also you'll see like a 1 or a 2, but then you'll investigate further and it'll say something about like, again, like kidney toxicity. So it's difficult, but I think it's just really difficult to collate all of this stuff and have it in some kind of easily digestible area where you can just search and someone can tell you something's safe. Because I feel like there's also a lot of like, someone might be sensitive to it under this circumstance, but someone else might not be sensitive to it. So I feel like a lot of this stuff is also individual because a lot of people have allergies and a lot of people don't have allergies. So I use EWG because it's out there, but it's kind of hard to trust any of these, which is why you then have to go and do your own research. They contribute a lot to fear mongering. I get that because they'll have something that maybe is like a level 3, but then you see the word kidney toxicity or reproductive failure, and those are fear mongering words. The formaldehyde, there's formaldehyde in a lot of products that I've been discovering. With Honey's Ham, and I know my deep conditioners have to have fragrance because none of the ingredients. I have had that same feedback before that I smell something and it smells amazing, and there's no way, based on the ingredient list, that that's all that's in there. I completely know what you mean by that. And the thing is, I mentioned this already, but I can't just cut everything out. And there's only so much information I have. I feel like taking the move towards cleaner products is definitely the way to go. But that's going to be, I hate to use the word journey, but it's going to be a journey. It's going to be an exploration because you can't cut out everything until you do all of your research. So there might be, like fragrance. Again, I don't particularly like using fragrance, but I can't cut out everything. But when there is something obvious, like you have something that's really, really, bad, cut it out. But you appreciate my research. No, it's not easy. It's not easy. Even like when I was researching pegs, there are so many websites out there that must be funded by some sort of like interested party. So a lot of the stuff that I read is also biased, yet it'll be like, a .org, which gives it a little bit more legitimacy, but also, they'll say that it's backed by scientific research, but who's paying that scientist? It's really difficult. So I feel like that's why it's taking me so long to do this ingredient research, because again, there are a lot of products up here and a lot of unique ingredients among all of them, and unique chemical ingredients. And I am trying to bring videos that list all of the chemical ingredients that are actually acceptable, even though they might sound scary. But it's difficult. It's difficult. It takes a good amount of time to do that research because I also don't just read it from one source. I have to read it from like a whole bunch of them before I'm actually confident that hopefully these people are telling the truth. Today you emailed. Okay, I would love to hear what they get back to. Honey's Handmade is hiding. Pretty fizzies. Yeah, I know that. So I know Misty Blue, you had a little bit of a run-in with Pretty Fizzy because they were not clear about the products that they mislabeled their product or something, and then when you reached out to them, she got a little bit offensive and defensive, and she didn't handle it well. She was a little bit rude. She sent me the text, the DM thread that they had, and she got very defensive. You can't get defensive when people are asking about their health. I looked up diazolinol a while ago too, and it was one of this. It does release a small amount of formaldehyde, but not enough to harm you, which is why it's used in products. Okay, so I didn't come across anything saying that. I think it was just when it said formaldehyde releaser. I mean, I'm not saying this from a scientific perspective because I don't have that background, but I don't. Okay, I remember what my issue was. My issue is that there are also concentration restrictions. And because these brands are not regulated, I can't be confident that they're using a small amount. She could be pouring this stuff in her living room and she gets distracted and she puts in too much diazolinol urea. But, she already mixed it. She might not go through and fix it. So I don't want to have to rely on people because a lot of these products are like being made in people's kitchens. I mean, a lot of the smaller brands that I use, it's very possible they're being made at someone's house. I want to be sure that I can trust that that person is not putting in more than they should. So that is the reason that even though, it might be a small risk, I'd rather just avoid it altogether. I'm not going to say I love the ingredient in there, but I'm also not afraid to use a product with it. I'm only afraid because of, I did research at a few different sources, and a few of them were a little bit more hard on the product than others, on the ingredient than others would. So given that there are so many great products out there that are not using these things, I don't want to have to think about it. And also, remember, I have 2 young children. I'd like to be able to use the products that I use on my hair on theirs, because there shouldn't be really a difference between adult and kid products. There's certain things like peppermint. You don't want to use a product with peppermint in your child's hair because I think because it's just a very strong thing. Like I've mentioned in a few of my videos, when I use something with peppermint, like my eyes start to burn, and you can't do that with kids. And like a lot of the formulas might not be tear-free, but I want to have something that is safe enough. So while the concentration of diazolinol urea is not going to be an issue for someone of my age, I don't want to put it in, it might be an issue for Layla at 15 months. So for that reason, I just want to steer clear of them. And again, there's so many products out there that are not using it that I feel like I just don't need it. Have I looked into naturally free products, fragrance free? When you say naturally free, what are you referring to? But as I was mentioning, with fragrance free, I'm trying to steer clear of it. But if there's a product with amazing ingredients, a really good above board preservative, but it has fragrance as the last ingredient, at this point, I am not cutting it out. If I come across something in the future, or if you have something to offer that suggests that I should cut out fragrance products as well, I would do that. But like most people, I like a good smell. So I don't necessarily mind my products smelling good. So yeah, right now I am not going fragrance free, but I might in the future. But again, I still need to be able, it has to be a good experience. Oh, Naturally Free is a brand that you sent me on Instagram. I will be honest. You have sent me a lot of brands, which I'm really excited about, and I have started following them. I know you sent me a DM, maybe I think it was before I got on this live or while I was on it. So I haven't seen that yet. Missy, you have been sending me an amazing amount of ingredients. So thank you so much. I know that you, in addition to Olivia from Fine Natural Hair Rocks, turned me on to Up North Naturals and a couple of other brands that I have started following. And I am looking into getting their product. But as I mentioned, I have such a long queue right now that I was originally thinking about getting the products during Black Friday. But my current queue of brands that I have promised that I was going to review, and also brands that have sent me products, I'm looking at 18 to 21 weeks right now. So I might end up getting those in the future, but not yet. Let's see. Have you? Yeah. So that was the next one. Yeah. So Pretty Fizzy's. Yeah. I was surprised. So when I first learned about Pretty Fizzy's products, because it was again one of the products that was mentioned to that was referred to me in that video that I did on 7 Black-owned brands, and I asked for people's input from brands that they've used as well. And I looked into Pretty Fizzy's, and she has a very active Instagram. Her ingredient lists look amazing, but she did have those preservatives that I don't like in them as well. And I reached out to her. I think I mentioned this in my video, just to ask her, to give her a chance to stand up for the ingredients that she was using. And she mentioned the whole concentration restriction and all that, again, that I'm not comfortable with, because I don't know that you're necessarily abiding by that threshold. But she was very nice to me. And I also was joining her lives on a nightly basis because I was trying to develop some kind of a rapport, since I was going to be reviewing her products and I have a YouTube channel. It's only in my best interest to get in good with brands. And she was very, very friendly, very, very nice, but I guess she felt attacked, which is not an excuse. She really shouldn't treat customers like that. But it's very juvenile that she blocked you. I don't like that. And the website should match the label. It should. And I find that very often it's actually because they made a mistake. I know that the Yemeni Essentials, the one that I'm reviewing right now, before I did my first review, I don't know if you've seen it, but I did an ingredients review of all of the chemical ingredients in her products. So I was looking at all of the ingredients that she has, but there were a couple of products that were still on their way to me that I hadn't seen yet. And I was seeing a very different ingredient list versus what I was in one of the products that I did have. I was seeing a very different ingredient list in what I had versus what was on the website. But I reached out to her, I DM'd her and told her, these ingredients don't match, what's going on? And she was like, oh, sorry about that. I'll update it at the end of the day. And I think it was honestly an honest mistake. She is a very small brand, so it's pretty much just her running the company. And I find like that's the case with a lot of these small brands. They're doing their web design, they are updating their websites, they are running their sales, they are packaging their products, they are doing everything. And sometimes things just fall behind. And I do think that they appreciate when people reach out and just let them know, hey, this doesn't match, can you fix it? But they should be nice about it. There's no reason that people should feel attacked about it. Most preservatives are only bad at high concentration when used in the proper amount. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't necessarily trust that unless they're being done in a factory, under strict controls. I don't necessarily feel like they're necessarily abiding by that threshold amount. Especially as I mentioned, a lot of products are being made at home. So in that situation, I don't know. The trust isn't there because I don't know these people. Naturally Free is a brand, yeah. So I will definitely look into that. Hey, Chrissy, thank you for joining. I've been on here for a long time now. Who knew that I could talk this much? Blocking you is meant to delete your DM conversation. Yeah, you did screenshot it because you sent it to me. So you have it and I have it at least. The website ingredients were added after and I purchased. That's annoying. So yeah. So it was like a bait and switch. I still lied after I asked twice if the label was correct just to make a sale. That's a little bit grimy. And when I say a little bit, that's definitely grimy. You shouldn't be lying about what's in your product, because if you're lying, it's because you have something to hide. All right, I will look and see if there are any other questions. Meanwhile, there are over a few other questions that I did not answer that were submitted to me on Instagram. And again, this is just like an open Q&A as well. Let me know if you have any questions for me. And for anybody, if any of you who have joined late, for one thing, today was wash day. There was no time to dry my hair, so my hair looks like this because it does, but you see me in my YouTube video, so this is nothing new to you. And the point of this originally, Black Friday shopping, just to give a quick heads up on what my Black Friday plans are. Again, I'm not trying new brands because I have a long list and it's going to take me a while to get through these, so there's really no point in me purchasing new products right now. But I'm getting Soul Botanicals shampoo so I can do that review. I'm going to get, I think, 3 of them. The Master Hair Cleanse Curl Detox, the Shea Ayurvedic Butter Shampoo, and the Sprout Rice Vitamin Butter Shampoo. And I would just do a wash day using each of those shampoos. So I can, because 3 weeks, three shampoos. So why not? And I'm going to get a Unicurl shampoo, and I understand there's a new twisting butter, so I'm going to look at that as well. And then I'm going to get 2 of the Melanin Hair Care Leave-Ins because I'm using those as my Prepoos now, and I'm running low because I've also been using the Melanin Hair Care Leave-In in Layla's hair and Aiden's. And I'm going to get the Manifest Growth Oil from Bo Peep because the one that I have, I'm running low in it, and I've been using the combination of Melanin Hair Care and the Manifest Oil to pre-poo my hair on a weekly basis, and I'm going to run out. So yeah, I'm not re-upping. I mean, I'm not buying any new products, but because of pre-poo, it doesn't come into, it's not in scope for my reviews. I am going to repurchase my pre-poo materials and products, and I need shampoo so I can do reviews for Unicurl and Soultanicals. But outside of that, I'm not buying any other products, but I have my eye on a lot of them. The website. I'm going to love the rice butter shampoo. I'm looking forward to that. I hope you are right. I bought Unicurl on Thursday and already got a shipping notification. That's pretty quick. It's pretty quick. The quickest shipping I've ever gotten was from Bo Peep. I think I received my products like the next day. So that was pretty cool. But she's in New Jersey, I'm in New York, so that's also just, that's still pretty quick. It's pretty quick. Yeah, there are a lot of products with no ingredients. Also, when you go to websites to look at products, I find very often they don't have, good night, Dawn, thank you for joining. They don't have ingredients listed on, they'll just like tell you what they're meant to do. And they'll say like, you know, it does this and this using like this, and this, but like, that's not an ingredient list. I want to see like a legit ingredient list. I don't want to see the ingredient list just like mentioned in like a passing paragraph. Curls and Potions was your quickest shipping. Curls and Potions, yes, I had that. I had a quick experience too. It was not one day, but I remember I received, I think I remember that one stood out because they sent like a cute like a text message with like a meme in there saying that my package was on the way. So I thought that was a nice touch. And plus I got it like an email, not like a shipment confirmation, but it was like another email following up to say that my products had just been like shipped. But it was like, it wasn't personalized, I'm sure, but it was like there was a lot of engagement from the company that didn't seem like canned in the like probably 2 days it took to get the products to me. And I am looking forward to using Curls and Potions. I've heard some really, really great things about them. Right, the questions, let me get back to that. And I'm rounding up to on an hour and a half. So I mentioned, does your spouse embrace your natural hair? What does your family think about your YouTube channel? There was a question. Okay, hold on a second. And I actually took notes on this one because I wanted to pretend that I wasn't seeing the questions before this live, but I mean, I have eyes. So since I saw the question, I started thinking about it. So what was it? It was, hold on a second. Okay, so why did I decide to go natural? I did mention that at the beginning of my video, and I've mentioned in a bunch of channels. I went natural largely because I had a miscarriage and I was afraid of using chemicals. And my top three, so my pros and cons, my top three pros and cons for this lifestyle adjustment. And yes, it actually is a lifestyle adjustment. So I would say the three pros, and let me just get my notes. My three, where did I put them? That's annoying. I still remember where I put those notes. Hold on a second. I will take 2 seconds to see if I can find them. And if I can't, then I'll just speak because it's a shame. I don't know where my notes are. But so the three things that I loved about that I love now about going natural. For one thing, I mean, this has been most helpful now that we're in quarantine, because other than that, I was getting my hair relaxed every 8 weeks. There have been a lot of 8-week segments since we went into quarantine, and I'm not going to a hairdresser anytime soon. And I was never going to be doing a relaxer at home. So my being able to do my hair at home, not depending on chemicals, has been amazing. So I went natural pretty much also in time. Like, I guess it was last year last January that I decided to go natural. I big chopped in February, but it's good that I did it in February because in March was when the pandemic hit. So I wouldn't have been able to go and do my second salon big chop. And I say second because I big chopped my hair at home December 19th, and it looked terrible. And I needed to go to a salon to have them actually do it. So I would say number one is not having to rely on relaxers every 8 weeks. So that's just been really, really great. Number two, okay, I think that I've lived my relaxer life. I don't want to say I needed relaxed hair when I was growing up, but I don't think there would have been a situation where I was comfortable having natural hair just because I grew up with people, I mean, like I grew up in like a white community, and everyone around me had like straight hair. So I didn't have the personality where I was going to be the one sticking out like a sore thumb. And I don't think my mom didn't know how to manage natural hair. My hair was very, very thick when I was younger. It's thick now, but I think I had relaxed hair when I needed to have natural hair. And now it's just like a really fun hobby. It's a really fun, like, get to know myself, get to know my actual natural texture, and learn how to take care of my own hair, because it's good to have that own independence. Because when I was relying on hairdressers, again, we're in quarantine. It's not convenient. And then number 3, I would say, I don't know if this is a pro, but like one thing I actually really like about having gone natural and learning how to take care of my hair, one of the big, and I would say complaints, because it seemed like a complaint when I would go to the hairdresser and I would have waited like maybe, 10 weeks instead of 8, or even like, God forbid, 12 weeks to go and get my relaxer done. Hairdressers would actually say, you cannot wait this long to get your hair relaxed because it is way too thick and it's unmanageable. So it's very difficult for us to do that. And they would say that as, ripping that tail comb through my hair in order to part my hair, because it's very difficult to part natural hair, which you probably know. And, now given that I do my hair on a weekly basis, I know that those people were wrong, because it came across as very judgmental when they would say it. But my hair is actually not difficult to manage. I don't have a problem, and I am not a hairstylist. I didn't go to cosmetology school, and I don't have trouble taking care of my hair. So why did you have trouble taking care of my hair? It's a legitimate question, because we went to like a black hairstylist, and he could not manage my manageable hair. So that was just, it was insulting. So I would say a pro is that, like, I have that, not that it's something that I really hung on to, but I always had this impression that I couldn't have natural hair because it was too unmanageable. And like, if I did, like, I would just walk around looking crazy all the time, because if a hairstylist couldn't manage it, how could I? But I could manage it quite well. So, that was 3 things. And I would say 3 cons would be, it takes me 3 days unassisted to dry my hair. It's a long time. Doing my hair probably takes like 2 days out of each week. So, and the third thing, natural hair is not easy. You have to actually put a lot of time into it. And I guess this is kind of like numbers 1 and 2, but it's a lot of work. So if I wasn't doing my YouTube channel, I don't think that it's possible. I don't know. It's hard to say whether or not I would have gone back to getting relaxers if we were not in the middle of a pandemic, because obviously I couldn't in that situation. But it's a lot of work. And I don't know how much time I would put into it if I didn't have this channel. But I have this channel because I love doing my hair. But I have to admit it's a hobby because it takes a lot of my time. Also, another thing, now that I have natural hair, this is kind of related to what I've said before, but I don't have to go to a salon to get my hair done anymore. And given that I have 2 kids, it was a huge impact on Nick when on Saturdays I used to have to go and get my hair done at the hairdresser, because going to a hairdresser could take like 6 to 8 hours. So that's just a lot of time away from my kids, sitting in a chair getting my hair done, which was annoying. You've heard that too, when you used to get relaxers. Yeah, I feel like it's something that people very, very often say, and it's kind of rude. It's kind of rude. Do not spend that long drying my hair. It's not that my scalp feels wet. It's just like I do twists, and you unravel the twist and the twists are still wet. Like my hair doesn't necessarily, I start taking out my hair because I feel like it's probably dry, but it just ends up not being. So, that's the annoying thing. And then the other question that I have here, if you could tweak your favorite product, what would you do to it? Can be as simple as a scent change. I thought about this question a few times. I actually don't know, because so what is my favorite product? It's hard to say what my favorite product is also, because there's like up to like 9 products that you could use in a single wash day. So it's kind of hard to say what my favorite, let me think for a second. What is my favorite product of all time? The first thing that came to my mind actually just now was the Melanin Hair Care Twisty Elongating Style Cream, but I don't think that's my favorite product of all time. So even though it came to me, I'm not going to go with that. Let me say that I think, and I'm not, oddly enough, I'm not going to be saying a Bo Peep Luxuries product, because I feel like that entire wash day, that collection needs to work together. And when you apply the products, They're not particularly moisturizing except for the Supreme conditioner. They're not at application particularly moisturizing, but it's the result after your hair dries. That's when the moisture kicks in, and they're really amazing products. But my favorite product would be and I haven't used it in a few months, but if I remember correctly, the Melba's Kitchen Omega-3 and Fatty Acid Shaft Penetrating Hair Mask. This is my favorite deep conditioner. I guess deep conditioners are my favorite products to use, so it's only fitting that my favorite product would be a deep conditioner. And how would I tweak it? I actually don't know. I had no problems with this at all. I think it's my favorite. It doesn't smell great, so maybe I would make it smell different. But I guess because there are so many great products out there and I've been testing so many products, my favorite products are my favorite products because they're just amazing products and I wouldn't change anything about them. So yeah, I guess I wouldn't. And now I always let them loose at some point to dry because yeah. The reason that I try not to take out my hair my twists when they are wet is because I feel like that would I would get frizz. I know that like it's I think the frizz really happens when you start separating your hair, but I feel like it's a risk just taking my hair out. So I do leave it. I do leave it. I'll seal with reduced definition to have my hair. Well, okay, to your point. Yeah, I guess you do lose that definition also when you unravel it because it's not drying in that same set. My hair has grown so much faster without the chemicals relaxers. I believe that. You big chopped in July. Okay, that's relatively recent. Congratulations. My hair is already grown. That's the thing. Also, people reach that like plateau with relaxed hair very often. I understand that people also reach it with natural hair, though I see a lot less of that. And yeah, I haven't really heard about that much. But people reach a plateau when it comes to relaxed hair. But I think it's also that I get the impression, and I definitely was, I was one of those people also. But with my relaxed hair, because relaxed hair is so much easier to manage, I didn't put as much time into it. So I wasn't taking great care of it. It was only when I started taking really good care of my relaxed hair that it started growing a lot. But when I say taking care of it, I meant that I was going to the hairdresser. I started going to the hairdresser, I think it was every other week. And I did that for like a year and a half. And that is when my hair really, really, really started to grow. But before that, I didn't really take care of it because it was just, you get up and you go and you don't really have to do anything with it. You wash your hair, you don't even have to do anything with it. So I think at least for me, when I had relaxed hair, I was not putting thought into my hair. So for that reason, that was probably why I hit a plateau. And yeah, I haven't reached one yet. I would be really upset to reach a plateau. She's going to bed? Okay. What? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Layla's going to sleep, sorry. So yeah, I haven't reached a plateau yet, and I would hope that 9 months after Big Chop, I do not. So there were just Nick was just suggesting that I quit while I'm ahead. I have been talking for an hour and 37 minutes, and I'm not looking to bore anyone. So I think I'm going to wrap it up. But if you have any additional questions, you can ask them now, and I will answer them. You just have to say goodnight to Layla. That is you got me. Good night, baby girl. Oh, you said something. Good night. Okay. Oh, you waved good night? All right. Good night, sweetie. I'll see you in the morning, or probably at 1 a.m. Okay. My biggest fear was I didn't know what texture. Yes. Sorry, finish that. You didn't know what texture curl pattern your hair would be. Yeah, so I feel like my curl pattern arrived like, 2 weeks? No, not 2 weeks ago. There was a specific wash day where all of a sudden I had a curl pattern. I don't remember which one it was. I don't go back and watch my old videos, but it was a few weeks ago, and my twin, I didn't look at her smile this time. I'm going to have to do that. I remember I was putting in a deep conditioner or something, and all of a sudden I had like curls popping, and that had never happened before, even like the week before. Because remember, I see my hair on camera and I like examine it every single week. So there was like a marked difference between 1 week and the next. All of a sudden I had curl pattern. And I want to say it was within the last couple of months. And since then, I feel like my hair has gone from like a very tight curl pattern to like a very loose one in certain sections. It's still like, I still have very tight pattern in the front, like more like a 4B 4B, even there might even be some sections of 4C, but I have 4B, 4C in the front, and then in the back, it's kind of like, it's like 3B, 3C, 4A. And that only happened, and I'm 9 months now, so probably around 8 months, maybe 7.5 months is when I actually saw my curl pattern for the first time. Do I use aloe vera juice on my hair? So funny that you asked that. I bought aloe vera juice from Trader Joe's. I want to say it is probably expired. I probably shouldn't have used it. But I bought aloe vera juice from Trader Joe's probably like 5 months ago. And I never used it because it wasn't pure aloe vera juice. I don't remember what else was in it. It might have been like a preservative. But anyway, it's been in my fridge for a really, really long time. But just today, I was like, I'm not going to use that. Can't return it. It's been 5 months, and plus I'm not going to Trader Joe's. So I might as well just add it to my spray bottle because I see a lot of people using aloe vera juice and water mixtures for their Prepoo. So for the first time ever, just on a whim, I used aloe juice for my Prepoo. I don't know what it did. I didn't notice anything, but I don't think that I wasn't really expecting to notice anything. I have no idea if I would have plateaued with relaxed hair. Once it got to mid-back length, I started cutting and going natural. Oh, okay. Well, mid-back is pretty, actually, you might have plateaued, I guess you don't know, you might have plateaued at mid-back or not, but if your hair had gotten to mid-back, it was probably because you were taking really good care of it. So it might have kept going. What was your, I guess, why did you go natural? It was the Honey's handmade deep conditioner. What was? Sorry, what was were you answering someone else's question? My biggest fear was I didn't know. Okay. Yeah, I do love that Honey's handmade deep conditioner. If you had a question about any of the deep conditioners, let me know. Oh, awesome content. Thank you. Good looking hunky for the compliment. All right. So what were the questions that we had here? I'm gonna pick and choose from these. When you started, oh, you remember. Well, thank you. That's dedication there. So, okay, it was probably the Melba's Kitchen, the omega-3 and fatty acid deep penetrating hair mask. That would have been when I discovered my curl pattern. Unless it was the chocolate one. I also used that. But yeah, no, it was crazy. It was literally 1 week to the next. 1 week to the next. It was just, it was very surprising. So there were a couple of questions here. Am I often shy? Yes, I am very shy. The last compliment you got was probably in one of my videos. I don't remember the last compliment I got, but people are very nice in my videos, so, you know. 5 facts about me, and then I think that'll be the last one that I think that I'm going to answer here. Just, okay, so 5 facts about me that you might not know. Let's go with that. So, number 1, I don't know if I mentioned this in a video, but I mean, it was a big part of my childhood. So I used to play chess competitively. So that was an interesting childhood. I missed a ton of school because I played chess tournaments every single weekend. And I went to like national tournaments, and I guess the tournaments on the weekend. I don't know why that was taking me out of school, but for some reason I missed a lot of school on behalf of chess. So that was one thing. And I played up until like 7th grade competitively. So that's one thing. Number 2, I wish I'd come prepared. What was a second fact about me? I like sports. So I play tennis and golf are the 2 main sports that I play. I started playing tennis when I was maybe like 4 or 5 years old. And I started playing golf, I want to say around the time I met Nick. So maybe like, how long have we been together? We've been married for 5 years or 6. He gets really annoyed when I forget these kind of things. We've been together for 9 or 10 years. So I started playing golf 9 or 10 years ago. Number 3, related to number 2, but I played ping pong in college. So that was fun. I love ping pong. I had my, when I was, I want to say like probably like 12 or 13. No. There was one summer that I played ping pong. I think it was like 4 times a week at this club, at 2 clubs. And I developed my my mom called my ping pong arm because I mean, like, it's just one hand. So I like my right bicep got out of control, and it was just my right one. So that's how we knew it was ping pong. So yeah, if you want to get really strong, defined biceps, pick up ping pong and play with both hands, because it only did so much for my right hand. That was 3, right? Number 4, related to number 3, just as a fun fact. So for my for Nick and my wedding shower, because we did a joint one, because that's more my speed. We did a joint wedding shower, and I was not looking forward to having a shower because my mom and my sisters were planning it, and I assumed that they were going to do something that I had no interest in doing. But they made it was a ping pong. They made like a ping pong. It was we did a tournament, so it was like ping pong tournament wedding shower, and it was a Jack and Jill one, meaning like boys and girls. So it was fun. It was fun. My parents' friends were there. My friends were there. Nick's friends. I mean, obviously Nick was there. So I like ping pong enough that my family threw me a ping pong related wedding shower. And then number 5, I don't know. Does anyone have a question for me for number 5? Because I don't know what else I should say. I should do a Zoom meeting. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Before I get to that one, I missed the one above. I went natural because I wanted to make my own decisions with my look. I get that. And once I went natural, no one cared about what I did with your hair anymore. That's fair. Yeah, no, I know you mentioned your hair was green and it was purple before, and purple is one of my favorite colors. I would have loved to see your hair when it was purple. Chrissy is actually the one that tried my scarf, what was that, like crown braid, but she did a lot better than me. So she sent me a video. She DM'd me a video of her installing the silk into her style. So I'm going to try that again because she did a lot better a job. She did a much better job of it than I did. So thank you again for that video. That was really helpful. So Lene, when you say I should do a Zoom meeting, what? Are people like, well, I mean, that sounds really fun. Oh, I guess so I can see you too. That makes sense. Is that something that people are doing now? I would love to do that. That would be a lot of fun. I mean, we need a topic, but I guess that would be on me to come up with a topic. That's interesting. I would love to hear more about like me doing a Zoom meeting. What are my favorite ingredients? My favorite ingredient is amla. I don't know why it's my favorite ingredient. I think because I loved the amla deep conditioner, the Honey's Handmade Amla deep conditioner. That was the chocolate dipped. Amla was the main ingredient, and that was the first like incredible experience that I'd ever had with a deep conditioner. So for that reason, it was just kind of like, oh, and this is amla, so it must be great. And then every other product I've used that has amla in it has been fantastic in my hair. And then when I did that in video where I talked through, I think it was a bunch of Ayurvedic ingredients. I remember I featured Bo Peep Luxuries and what's it? Classy Hair. And I talked about the ingredients. And it was in doing my research, I found out that amla also has cleansing properties. So the fact that it's incredibly moisturizing, it is an Ayurvedic ingredient. I don't remember I don't have my spreadsheet open right now to know what else amla does, but it's a really great ingredient. And the fact that it cleanses, it's just, for me, that's just, it's a great combination. And any other ingredients that I look for? I don't think I do. I think at this point, I like flaxseed gel, fenugreek. But to be fair, I mean, like, unless I isolate these ingredients, I can't really say like which is it's just the amla is the first one that stuck out to me back in like, like February. So that's why I can say that is my favorite ingredient. But there are so many other amazing ingredients that I've come across. And in combination, they just work really well together. So I would just say generally clean ingredients, but I also really like Ayurvedic ingredients. And the thing that I love about Ayurvedic ingredients is that so many of them are so multifunctional. So there are so many among the list, at least that I explored in my video and outside in my personal research. It's almost like annoying because I'm maintaining a database and I'm reading about this one ingredient, but this one ingredient does like 15 things. And then I got to type out 15 things. That's the annoying part. But so many of them are cleansing and moisturizing and strengthening, and they delay graying in your hair, and they give your hair just like volume and shine. And it's just like so many things are packed into just one ingredient. So I would say those are my Ayurvedic ingredients are my favorite ingredients, but namely amla. I'm not boring at all. That's very nice to hear. Thank you, Lene. Elizabeth Harmon, the Queen's Gambit. Christina, you should know Christina, as I mentioned her earlier, and we also do a series on Thursdays now. Not yesterday because we didn't get a chance to record. But yeah, people have been Christina told me that her friends have been asking her if I have watched Queen's Gambit, because obviously growing up, her friends knew that I played competitive chess. I have not watched the Queen's Gambit. It takes me a long time to watch shows now because, so I'm watching, what's it called? Heart of Dixie. And that's like what I watch when I'm doing my hair. I don't like it, but it's one of those things where I started watching it, so I'm going to finish it. I find it, it's entertaining enough, but I'm not particularly enjoying it. It's fine. It's entertaining enough. So I watch that, and then at night when I'm falling asleep, I watch something else. So I'm watching right now Grand Army, but by the time I get to bed, I am so exhausted that I fall asleep within like 5 minutes. So I watch probably about 3.5 minutes. I doze off for 1.5 minutes, and so I got through 3.5 minutes of my show. But I hardly ever pause it because I usually fall asleep while I'm watching it. So the next night, I spend the first minute trying to get back to where I was, which is sometimes like 2 episodes earlier. And yeah, it takes me a very, very long time to get through a show. What are the contraptions in your hair? So yeah, I didn't actually talk through them too much. The only thing that I mentioned was that today was wash day, and there was no way that I was going to be able to finish my hair in time for a 5:30 live because I was working today. So these things, I mentioned in my video, because I did record this. This is week 3 of my Yamini Essentials. I don't know what they're called. I bought these I was either in middle school or high school, and I no longer have the original packaging. I will find them because I know I came across them again on Amazon a few weeks ago. So I will find the name of them and I'll put them in the video, but I don't know what they're called. But I used them when I was relaxed, and they produced a pretty cool curl pattern. So what I'm doing is going through and trying to reuse things that I used growing up. I have a whole bunch of just like curling, creating products, and I've been using them to see how they work on my natural hair. So far I use those Wrap, Snap, and Goes, and those did not give me the same results that I got when I was relaxed in terms of just like, obviously it's not gonna look the same, but they didn't work on my natural hair. Perm rods have been great. I have foam perm rods that I need to use also, but these were one of the things that I hadn't tried. So, we'll see what happens. This is an incredibly quick set. It took less than an hour, because as I said, I started putting them in at 4:27, and I was like, damn it, I have a live at 5:30. How am I going to finish this and dry it? That was my original plan, but that was a pipe dream. It took like 35 minutes to put them in, so that's great. So we'll see what it looks like when they come out. So yes, I will let you know what the contraptions are, hopefully by next Tuesday when this video goes live. I went natural because I fell in love with my new growth. Really? So that to me is surprising, because I think it was just one of those things where I was conditioned to, I always had relaxed hair. So when my puffy roots would come in, it was just kind of like, it was all of a sudden hard to manage, and combing my hair would actually hurt. So it's just funny that you actually fell in love with your new growth, because I hated my new growth. I obviously started to love it when I knew that I was transitioning to natural, and all I was seeing was that my hair was growing. Thanks for the inspiration. You're welcome. Oh yeah, I would love to see your purple hair. Hey there, did I miss everything? You did not. I have just kind of been talking for like an hour and 53 minutes at this point, but I feel like what did I talk about? I guess I went through what I was going to be doing, what I was going to be purchasing for Black Friday. And just a very quick, and I will be quick this time, rundown on what I am doing for Black Friday. I am not purchasing new brands because I have a really long queue here that's going to probably take me through at least 33 weeks or so. So I am just purchasing the shampoos that I mentioned I don't have. So I don't have a Soultanical shampoo, and I don't have a Unicurl shampoo. So I'm going to be purchasing those. I'm getting the Soultanicals Master Hair Cleanse Curl Detox, the Shea Ayurvedic Butter Shampoo, and the Sprout Rice Vitamin Butter Shampoo. And I'm just going to do one shampoo per wash day. So I'm doing that. And then I'm going to purchase 2 of the Melanin Hair Care leave-ins, because I am running low on them, and I've been using them as a Prepoo, in addition to the Bo Peep Luxuries Manifest Oil, because I can purchase Prepoos because I use those every single week, irregardless of what I'm reviewing. But when it comes to new brands have been sending me products, and I just have like a whole queue that it doesn't make sense for me to purchase new products right now. but I have my eye on a lot of products, and I'll post about them on my Instagram, I guess. But the thing is, I don't particularly like promoting products that I haven't used yet. But I can say if they're clean, because obviously I'm only going to be looking at clean products. And yeah, so that's all of my Black Friday. Yes. I'll wrap up soon. Even if you're not getting bored with me, I think Nick wants me to end this live. Clove essential oil and rice water. I have never used clove essential oil. What do you do? Oh, you mean what do you use? Oh, is clove an ayurvedic ingredient? I guess, Chrissy, what about using the clove and the rice water? What do you use that for? Rice water, I assume you're using that as like a Prepoo? Would you fight going gray or let it grow out? That's a tough one. I feel like I haven't reached the stage where I'm ready to have gray hair. So I think I'm actually going to take a look at my database and find the products, the ingredients that fight grays. And I'm probably going to try to target products with that. I don't know. I don't think that I am emotionally ready to start going gray. I feel like I'm still a little bit too young, but I'm not going to start dyeing my hair. So I guess I would let it grow out. I don't know. That question kind of makes me a little bit sad. And not because the gray hair in other people is great and all. Like things are personal to you. I'm not ready to go gray. Waveformer said I have never came out great, nowhere to go. Oh, yeah, I get that. We did I actually, the twist out that I did last week. Yeah, it was a really, really good, the Yamini Essentials twist out. I actually went to the bank and I felt like, I went to the drive-through, so it was really being out in the world, but I was like looking around to see if anyone could, see my twist out through my car. And that was, yeah, I haven't been anywhere in like 9 months, but it's a shame because I do some of these styles come out really great. And then it's just like, no one's going to see it. I've got people in my house, but I totally embrace my silvering curls. I don't want to be a slave to the chemical process ever again. No, I get that. And I'm definitely not going to dye my hair, at least now. I don't even know how that whole process works, but I feel like I personally am not ready to start going gray. Rice water as a rinse after deep conditioning or leave-in. Okay. So that's how you use it. I didn't know that people kept rice water in their hair. Clove oil is in the vein of peppermint and tea tree oil. Okay. Got it. I understand graying is emotional for many. Yeah, I feel like it will be. It will definitely be emotional. I think it's largely because I just went natural like less than a year ago at this point, and I would like to have a couple of years at least of just like, my new natural hair. But like, I don't want to go from being relaxed to just like gray. So I want to have some fun with my hair. Rice water strengthening. I really like it. Yeah. That's what I have heard. We were talking about rice water in the beginning of this, and I was wondering how they are classified as protein treatments because I never really go to rice for protein, but someone had mentioned that it was because they have amino acids in them, which are the building blocks of protein. So they work together like that. Okay, so the chat has died down. I am rounding up. I'm coming up on 2 hours talking, and I'm actually getting a little bit, my mouth is drying out all of a sudden. So, the starch coats the hair. I always wonder about, and this is a whole another conversation. I'm not trying to start this now, but I always wonder about that also when hi PSR. I hope you didn't just join. I'm actually just about to end this. But yeah, about the, this is not at all related to hair, but when you're supposed to rinse rice when you wash it, when you are going to cook it, so you can get some of the starch off. And I don't actually know why that is. So, I'm not trying to open another discussion because again, I've been talking for an hour and 58 minutes and 30 seconds, but oh no. All right. Well, this will be live. And I think I'm going to do more of these live sessions. And someone, Lene, you have to get back to me about this whole Zoom thing. Maybe you can DM me on Instagram. That sounds like it would be a lot of fun. Maybe I will do a Zoom. But again, coming up to 2 hours, my mouth is dry and Nick keeps popping his head in because I guess he wants dinner. I forgot I haven't done dinner. But anyway, thank you all for joining. I'm always nervous about, this is my second time doing a live. I'm always nervous about coming on a live because it's a little bit difficult, but I guess I was able to do one on my own. So that was really great. And thank you all of you for the engagement, and, have a great night. I hope you had a really great Thanksgiving, great, safe Thanksgiving. And I will talk to you all in my next live and my next video. And, follow me over on Instagram if you aren't, and feel free to reach out to me in DMs at any time. Okay, I'm gonna go. Again, thank you and have a nice weekend. How do I end this? Okay, I'm just gonna exit out. Good night. Leave, yes.